Right, it's 11:19 on BBC Radio Oxford, and it's Friday, which means one thing: it is time to talk movies with movie critic Van Connor. He gets to see them all before we do, so he comes onto the show and basically tells us which ones are worth watching. Please welcome back to the show, Van the Man Connor. How are you, Van? You all right?
I'm all good, Mr. Ball. I'm concerned about your dishwashing habits.
Well, you see, the other half could always load it better than you. That's the way it works. Them's the rules.
I wouldn't know. I'm old school. I'm analog. Don't have a dishwasher.
Oh, no, Zan, get with it. Yeah, but you've got like a 97-inch TV on the wall.
To be fair, I overcompensate another way. Hey, that's a tax write-off. Come on.
Right, so we have got a good week of movies this week. We're going to start with rather an odd one, is all I can say, because I've seen the trailer for it, haven't seen the movie itself. It's called Megalopolis. Take it away, Van, because I really wouldn't know where to start with this.
Okay, Megalopolis, a fable. Written and directed by none other than Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and Jack director Francis Ford Coppola. Starring a murderous row of talents that includes Adam Driver, Shia LaBeouf, Natalie Emmanuel, Giancarlo Esposito, Dustin Hoffman, James Remar, and Aubrey Plaza in one of two movies she's in this week. Would you like to tell everyone else what the other film she's in is called? Because I don't think I'm going to risk saying that on radio. But
no.
He knows. Look it up. It's in your local. It's on Prime today, anyway.
I mean, I've got one, but I'm not going to name the movie. That's all I'm going to say.
Fair. Anyway, I'll let people look at Amazon Prime to answer that one. So, this has been in the making for 40 years. He has had to fund this himself as old Frankie. He sold his beloved vineyard to raise the funds for this. 120 million, I think, they've spent on it. It's about basically the feud between a futuristic city designer played by Adam Driver and the mayor of the city, played by Giancarlo Esposito. It's meant to be New York. It is, however, New Rome. It is New York by way of ancient Rome. And it's the feud between these two houses, between Caesar Catalina and Mayor Cicero, with Mayor Cicero's daughter, Julia, played by Natalie Emmanuel, in the middle. The movie, I will say again, does also feature Aubrey Plaza, because I will mention her every chance I get. Got a clip for it. It's going to set the tone for the insanity to come.
Our American Republic is not all that different from old Rome. Will we too fall victim, like old Rome, to the insatiable appetite for power of a few men?
To the future of our family. I will build a city that people can dream about.
Megalopolis.
That man is a megalomaniac.
What is it like being rich?
You can scare people. I want it all. You're gonna have to prove yourself.
We are going up and they are going down.
We are taking our city back. Wait.
I will say this, I've seen the trailer and I love a futuristic movie, I really do, sci-fi and all, I'm into all of that. I just find this just too much for my brain to deal with. Watching the trailer reminded me of Fever Dreams.
Did I mention that Aubrey Plaza's in it? I feel like we shouldn't bury the lead on that. I think we should acknowledge that Aubrey Plaza is in this movie. Anyway, outside of that, it's Southland Tales for Guardian readers. Would be the nicest way to describe it. I mean, to be fair, if you've ever sat through Southland Tales willingly, odds are you're the kind of person that should see this. If not, avoid it like the plague, because it's an absolute shambles. It is proof positive, yet again, that Francis Ford Coppola has exactly one subtext he likes to defer to, and that is, I am the beacon of the future, you just have to listen to me. And he keeps doing this in his movies. In this case, he has somewhat literalized it. It's the kind of movie you only make if you do not give the faintest fig about ever making a film ever again. Yeah, that's really about it. It's 2 hours, 18 minutes. It feels about twice that. It's got a pretty decent role for Natalie Emmanuel, actually, which I never expected to say of Sasha Valentine from Hollyoaks. But, yeah, it's a vision. You can't deny that.
Does it make
Whether
any
or not
sense?
It's a good vision is up for debate.
Does it actually make any sense? Like, can you follow the narrative in the movie? Because to me, the trailer, I was just like, what? Hang on, what's this about? And who's that? Why is this doing that? It just didn't make sense.
Ish.
Right, okay.
It makes sense. Not all the way, but there's a little bit, not all the way.
Okay. Well, if you want to check out Megalopolis, it's in cinemas from today, isn't it, Van, that one?
It is indeed. I saw it in IMAX. I know you can see it in IMAX. If you're going to see it and you can see it in IMAX, do it that way. So at least there's that perk to be had out of it.
Okay, well, you can see it this weekend at Curzon, which, of course, is in the Westgate, Odeon, Phoenix Picture House and View in Oxford, as well as Cineworld, Witney and Didcot, and the Light in Banbury showing that one. So plenty of options if you fancy it. The next one is on Apple TV. This is, of course, the new Brad Pitt one, isn't it?
Yep, Pitt, Clooney, they're back together. They really are Redford and Newman at this stage. They're Redford and Newman. They're Frankie and Dino. You know, they're leaning into that with this one. It's called Wolfs, not Wolves, Wolfs. So lone wolf, but there's two of them. That's the idea. So Clooney is a fixer who goes to help a district attorney, dispose of a body from a hotel room, only for another fixer to turn up, played by Brad Pitt. The pair don't like each other. They're forced to work together, and over the course of one night, they're going to bicker, they're going to squabble, and most importantly, they're going to get the job done. Have a listen to this. It is old school fun.
How did you get this number?
I was told that if I ever needed help, to call you.
You're a man who can fix things.
I didn't know people like you really existed.
They don't. There's nobody can do what I do.
Who are you?
I'm here to take care of your problem. Who called you?
We clearly have a situation here. The only course of action is for you to work together to clean up this mess.
No. It's not how I work. This is not how I work.
See, I was slightly dubious about this because, the whole double act from Oceans 11, 12, 13, Pitt and Clooney, I thought, oh, goodness sake, do something different. But, it has got an Oceans sound about it with that walking bass kind of style music in the background. Yep. But you're right, they don't make movies like this anymore.
They don't. This is what studio tentpoles used to be like in the 1990s, in the good old days, when all a movie required was, we'll get a couple of movie stars, we'll cast them as two badass bros being badasses, they've got wisecracks, they've got sarcasm, scheming, and gunplay. What more do you need? And, like I say, Redford Newman, Frankie and Dino, Pitt and Clooney, I think that lineage works very well, and it's very much like that. It's a bit Grosse Pointe Blank. It's a bit Very Bad Things. It ultimately plays like Steven Soderbergh's take on Hobbs and Shaw. It's from the writer-director John Watts, who made the Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy. It's slick, it's cool, it's sexy. It proves yet again that the Cluntang, a man who, let's be honest, is one of the top 5 coolest men on Earth, looks better than any man deserves to in a turtleneck. It's just good fun. I loved it.
It sounds like a really good kind of weekend date movie to go and well, you're not going to go watch it because you can watch it at home, so you don't even need to leave the house.
Have a date on the couch.
Have a date on the couch, exactly. So if you want to watch it, it's on Apple TV right now, and it's called Wolfs, not Wolves. Don't search for wolves, search for Wolfs. Fab. All right, some differences there. A good movie and a bad movie, in your opinion. What have we got next week to look forward to, Van? Anything exciting?
I mean, next week is Joker, Folie à Deux, so I can't tell you whether that's going to be a good movie or a bad movie. All bets are off because people seem to love the first one, and I think it's garbage, but we'll see.
We'll see what happens with that then, Joker, next week. Van, have a lovely weekend, and I will catch you on Friday next week for some more movie chat. Have a good one.
Till the next time, good sir.